Hi, everybody. I'm Sod,
And I'm Punk.
and I'm definitely not
not
a
a
Popufur.
Popufur.
You waited so long on that.
I was
could
waiting
just-
for you, so I was waiting
You
for
always say. Okay, anyway. For those who don't know, this is the show with hot questions and even hotter wings. But no, more seriously, I'm definitely not a Popufur. It is the podcast where every single episode we invite someone on to walk us through their journey into the furry fandom. Given that I'm so new at this, Punk has been at this for over 15 years, and anyone's journey can start at any place. And we just love capturing and sharing those stories more than anything else. And this episode, let me tell you, everybody, this is unique. This is beautiful. This is special even. Our guest today can almost guarantee that you'll remember their grin. They are a musician behind the band I've Made Too Much Pasta. They put out 2 full-length albums and collaborated with indie rock luminaries. They are responsible for numerous early YouTube video sketches that made their rounds in the furry fandom. They are a celebrated artist, a shibari enthusiast, a noted lover of cryptic photos, and was the guest of honor at 2025's Midwest Fur Fest. Whether performing in their iconic Squirrel Coyote Sona or grabbing the accordion to go full racc-star, he's an artistic tour de force. If you could please put your paws together for Scurrow! Scurrow, how you doing?
Hello. Hello. Wow. Wow, that's all about me.
Yeah. It has been
Nicest
alleged.
thing. That's the nicest thing anyone ever has. That's the nicest run-on sentence anyone's ever said about me.
Well, listen. You are our guest here. You are volunteering your time. Listen. It's the very least we could do is roll out the red carpet. It's literally all we can do. We are so excited to have you. Genuinely, profoundly.
Oh, well, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
I will say, one of the things we like to do is that we don't just have you on and be like, so how'd you become a furry? Like, we want to get to know you a little bit, more, a little bit deeper than that. But I will say, going into research week, and please correct me if I'm wrong with this, you haven't really done a whole lot of interviews about your time in the fandom. Am I wrong?
No, I don't think I have. I don't know. What's the average amount of interviews you should do in the fandom per year?
Well, Punk and I do this show, so I think our perspective is wholly skewed on this. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe a dozen. Well, listen, if we're gonna
afraid of me, everyone's afraid of me.
They are terrified. They've seen the cryptic photos. They know there is horror lurking.
I've had some people be like, I want to interview you, and then they disappear. Like, that's happened a few times.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I don't like that. Right. Well, we are here forever.
Not disappear off the earth, but like,
I don't know that. Have you followed up? We don't know.
They just pop out of existence.
One person I did follow up because I was like, well, I wanted to be like, are you sure? I just want to make sure my email's working. Like, did you still want to do that interview? I didn't get any emails. And they're like, oh yeah, I didn't send the email out yet. Yeah, we'll get to it. And I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. That was like 4 years
Got
ago.
it. Well, let's start with the most obvious question out the gate. And actually, I'll be honest, anytime I get to ask this question is one of my all-time favorites. I want you to go back. I want you to go back all the way to the Doodah Parade, because I need to ask you, do you remember meeting Punk at all?
Oh yeah, totally.
Oh, you do?
Yay.
What was that experience?
Of meeting Punk?
I guess it's meeting
the
Punk
Doodah Parade?
in correlation with Doodah and all that from the early days.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I kind of remember.
I had a really good time at Doodah. I think that was one of my, like, I have really good memories of the Doodah Parade, and that was kind of one of the first furry things I went to that wasn't completely furry. It was just kind of an excuse to fursuit, and at a thing, it was like, well, this is a weird parade. This is so some furries, I guess Rabbity Rabbit kind of put it together. Rest in peace. And he, I guess. Well, let me think about the history of. I know there's one in California that's a lot bigger, but I guess the New Jersey one, Rabbity Rabbit or somebody, I guess it had to be Rabbity Rabbit, was like, oh, this is a weird parade. This is an excuse to have fursuiters at it. And that was that was kind of I was like, oh, this is awesome. This is a good idea. Like we have an excuse to fursuit in this parade because people will just be like, oh, there's weird animals. It was also kind of like a feeling of, oh, who are these mascots? But then also like, wow, how did where, like, there's all these mascots together at once. Like, how did they
Hmm.
get all, like, it was kind of like, I think it was a thing where the audience didn't, didn't realize so many freelance mascots that people could all come together at the same time in this parade, and it was a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
And I remember I think Punk you made your own fursuit, right? That wolf with
Um,
the
yeah,
mohawk.
with a mohawk. Actually, I have a friend make that, but I kind of customized it. I made it to where it was now. I still have him. He's so old now.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
that was like.
didn't
Hmm?
we go in the ocean with it? Like we did crazy stuff. Like
I don't know if I didn't do the plunge, but we did a Piasco. I remember doing the Piasco one year. I think that was my
yeah.
fourth year I did it, and yeah, I just kind of threw him in the bathtub and just turned the faucet on, and then I
Yeah.
remember I texted my maker. I was like, "Hey, is this safe?" And they're like, "No," and I'm like, "Oh, too late."
Oh,
And it took him like a day and a half to like dry out.
yeah.
No, those are
He's been
wild
through worse.
times.
Yeah, and a lot of this was like people came from for the Doodah Parade, like a bunch of people from a big area came like to go to this thing. Like I think Yippee came from I know you guys interviewed Yippee. Yippee came from
Mhm.
California to go to the New Jersey one, like Tilt from Florida, and the this I don't know if this is the same year I met Punk, but Twitch came from Ohio, Twitch the Wolf.
Yeah,
Like
that was the first year because that was the first time I met him. You, Cooper, I think
yeah,
KG was there,
right. Yeah.
and a few other people. I don't know if JD was there or not.
Oh yeah, maybe not. I don't know.
Mm,
I
We're
did. Yeah, I
talking
don't
about what,
remember.
15 years ago at this point, or something like that? 14?
about.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
This
think it
is
was 2011 or 2010 or something, right?
I think it was 2010. I think I still have photos. Well, I still have photos from my first year because I did a bunch of photography. Because I remember being the Care Bear for my first year.
Oh, the care.
Yeah, with my
I
broken
wonder
wrist, with the socks
how
on my wrist.
you had a broken wrist in the
No,
Care Bear.
no. Well, the Care Bear was really short on me, like on the wrist, and I'm like, I don't want skin showing. So me and this other guy, we took socks and we cut them up and put them over our wrists, so it looked like I had two bandages on my wrist, which was
Oh,
probably not very Care Bear ish.
I
listen. He was trying to do a handstand and it failed horribly. Listen,
It did.
we all know what Care
there
Bears do.
was there was a really funny thing with the Care Bears where if someone was too short wearing them, the Care Bear head would like cave into the body. And so like
No,
the bottom half of the Care Bear would be like hidden within the body.
that's so fucking amazing. Uh, wow. Okay. At some point, we just need a documentary on Duda. We've talked about it so much on this goddamn podcast. I think we just need to have a on the ground recreation, 3D modeling of what happened because it just sounds amazing. Now, at that time, since you went there, you said that was one of your first fur experiences. You were in suit at that time,
Yeah,
maybe.
I think yeah.
Okay. And what
I
suit
I
was that?
so I had a husky suit that I had in like 2010 that
Hmm.
I bought from somebody. So I went to like my first con was Anthrocon 2009, and then I went to Furpocalypse 2000, or I guess it was Fur Fright at the time, 2009, and I wore my friend's husky fursuit. His name was Aviat, and he had as a guy named Suno that I was friends with, and he had like three fursuits, which was crazy back then.
Right.
And
Yeah. Uh-huh.
and I put it on, and I was like, oh, this is like the thing I'm missing from my life, like being a
Mm.
adorable dog. And so I bought it off him, I was like, "Can I borrow this?" And he said yes. And I was like, "Can I just buy it off you? Like, I'll give you." And I bought it off him. And then I wore that to Duda the first year. That was probably 2010. And then I got Scurrow in 2011. So actually, I probably got Scurrow. I got Scurrow in June of 2011. So I probably went to Duda twice with that dog, the
What was
husky.
it like being in that suit for the first time?
For the first time I wore it,
Yeah.
it was like a feeling of like I had always wanted to be a cartoon character as a
Hmm.
kid, and it was like finally at that moment I was like I achieved it. Like I was like I am currently a cartoon character. Like this is like how I want to look all the time. Like
Hmm.
nothing like I want to get petted. I want to like I can do all this weird stuff that like I can go all out and I can be free to like be crazy. Like it was it was like an amazing experience. I was like, this is what I was looking for. Like I was like, as soon as I put it on, I was like, oh, this is what I want. Like, of course. Like, how did I not
Everything in
realize this?
life clicked into place. Yeah.
Yeah. Even like
Yeah.
getting pet, like I was before fursuiting, I was like kind of I had an aversion to like being touched by anybody. Like I was like,
Hmm.
ugh, like don't like and then as soon as I put the fursuit on, I was like, oh, like now I want to be touched because I'm a dog. Like this makes sense. Like
Right.
it ruined my life. No, I'm just kidding.
You heard it here first, everyone. Being furry absolutely ruins your life. You heard it. You heard it.
Your
It's
bank
true.
account,
Oh
everything.
God. Like you're a furry and you do VR chat, pick a struggle. Like at that point, like my God, it's just uh well, I mean, this is like hearing this is actually genuinely profoundly cool, but also I know that like putting on the fursuit wasn't even necessarily like your day one start in the fandom. I feel like sometimes in this podcast it's very easy to just like, hey, how did you get into it? And usually, there's a story behind it. But with you, Scurrow, I kind of want to take a slightly different approach. I kind of want to ask like one of the most important questions I could ever ask, which was, what was the first Sonic the Hedgehog game that you ever played?
Well, I the first Sonic the Hedgehog game I ever played was Sonic. I don't know because I think it was Sonic 1 on Sega, but I when I was let me think about ages and years and stuff. At
Go to the
some point
database.
when I was like maybe 12 or something,
Hmm.
I don't know. They were giving out Sega. They were giving it Sega came out. I know I'm going to sound old or whatever. Sega came out and they were giving out promotional comics about Sega and Sonic the Hedgehog at the mall, and I took
Oh,
one,
cool.
and that was before the game came out. I had this little comic about Sonic, and that broke my brain. Like I was like, this is I was like, this is who I want to hang out with. Like I want to be in this world that this character's in. And it actually kind of like broke my brain where I was kind of like lamenting for like a week. Like I was like, how do I become friends with Sonic the Hedgehog? Like how come I can't live in this world? Maybe I was like, yeah, I don't know what year that was. Maybe I was way younger than 12. I don't remember. But I was like my brain was like wow 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 vibrating. And then I didn't get, then I was so weird about Sonic the Hedgehog that like at one point my parents bought me a Sega and they were like, "Do you want the Sega that comes with Sonic the Hedgehog or the Sega that comes with this football game?" I don't even remember what it's called. NBA Jam. No, that's basketball.
This is a bad football game. They keep throwing it into a hoop. It's
NBA.
terrible.
I mean, same thing. It deals with bombs.
Right.
Uh, hold on. I'm gonna think about the name of this game for like 5 seconds. I don't even remember the name of the game. Oh
It's
wait,
okay.
John Matt. I'm really John
Madden.
Madden football,
Yeah.
NFL football 94, something like that. So I was like,
Okay.
oh, I want the football one because like I couldn't handle Sonic the Hedgehog. Like I
Oh,
was
you mean
like,
the Chaos Emeralds?
I
Right.
can't handle. I was like, I can't handle getting a Sonic game because like my brain already can't handle this. Like, and I was also like, I would like this too much. I want to try to be normal and have a football game like a normal
Hmm.
child. And eventually I got Sonic. used all the Sonic games used, and even then I was like weird about it. Like I remember buying Sonic and Knuckles used for
Hmm.
like $14 at a game, a Funkoland. It's called Funkoland, but it was a video game used video game store. And I remember buying that and being like, like vibrating and being like, do they know how weird I am about this? Like getting embarrassed.
Well, I mean, like low key though, isn't that like kind of like the definition of furry though? It's just like, man, what a weird, strange hobby. And it's like, no, that's the point. Like
Yeah.
you're just supposed to like about face look it in the eye and be like, yep, that's me. It's not a thing, it's a mirror, you know?
Yeah. It's like the broken brain moment of becoming a furry,
Hmm.
basically.
Yeah. I remember because my first fest was my first con was MFF this past year, 2025. And I remember
Oh,
going in just in my brain, I was just again, I'm new at this. I remember just being like, okay, just at some point there's just going to be a tidal wave of cringe and you just got to let it wash over you and you'll be on the other side. Did never happen. It never happened.
right.
I just slotted right in. I'm like, yep, I'm here. Like there was just no barrier. It just happened. And it was like, oh, okay. So like whatever concept I have about it just constantly is being rewritten in front of my face. It's just so fascinating.
Yeah, I've fully embraced the cringe at this point, and also maybe things were cringier back in the day. I don't know, but I don't know if so that's good to know. I don't know if furry is no longer cringe or if I've embraced everything, or maybe nothing is cringe and I don't know anymore.
Well, either way, like you get this comic of Sonic the Hedgehog, you immediately relate to it. These are cool characters. What was the tracing moment between that and like fully acknowledging furry, or I guess how did it become the creation of a squirrel coyote hybrid? Like where does that kind of journey intersect?
Hmm. Well, I I got the internet when I was like 16, and
Hmm.
the first thing I was looking up is Sonic the Hedgehog, and I was finding all these Sonic the Hedgehog web rings they were called,
Yeah, I
with
remember rope rings. Yep, yep, yep.
people people putting up screenshots and like codes for the game, and then there's fan art,
Hmm.
and let's see what else. What I don't know. There was these two things were kind of like, I guess that was my first like toe dipping into furry, but I didn't really realize
Hmm.
it. Like I even found, like, I read a lot of fan fictions. I found some adult stuff, like, I found some bondagey stuff in the like in there. I was like, oh, I kind of like this. And then there was kind of a gap, but from when I joined furry, because I didn't like, that's not when I joined furry. Basically, I didn't even know. Then, unrelated to that, I had a bunch of friends that worked at Flags as mascot characters in
Oh,
high
hell
school,
yeah.
and they that's the first time I ever heard the term furry, because they told me that there was furries who wanted to fuck the mascot characters, and they could only get off if they were wearing mascot costumes. And like, they were like, they're terrified of furries at Six Flags, and they put holes in the
Oh.
costume. I can say all this. Can I say all this
Oh
stuff in
God,
here?
Yeah.
yes. Yeah,
Sorry.
I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck what we say. We're good.
But this is what
Mhm.
my friends were saying. And I was like, oh, that's really weird. And then I was like secretly like, like mascot, like that might, like,
Uh-huh.
I was like thinking of like, God, that would be a badass album cover to like have two mascot characters. Like, this was people I was in a band with also. So I was in a band back then. And I was like,
Uh-huh.
that'd be a really good mascot. Like, that would be a good album cover to have, like kind of get the Six Flags mascots to like look like they're fucking, like I was like thinking about that. I'm like, this would be, that would be good. That would be a good album cover, right? But
We
then I was
like to
like,
party. Yeah.
but I did really like the mascot characters. Like, I wanted to like hug them and stuff. So my friends were super into being mascot characters. And
Hmm.
I even went to a party at their house, and all the people there except me all worked at Six Flags, And I didn't work. I didn't work there because it was like I had this weird. My parents wouldn't let me drive the car. They wanted me to get a job, but then they wouldn't let me drive any of their cars. So like I couldn't get any job. Like and that was too far for me to drive to, definitely to get a job there. And it was this weird contradiction of like, well, you have to get a job if you want to use the car. And it's like, well, how do I get a car job if I don't drive? And it's like, well, it was like this weird thing. So I didn't get a job at Six Flags basically with them. It was kind of far. It was like a 30-minute drive and it was minimum wage. But they went to this party and they were watching a photo reel of them in the Six Flags costume. These are all Warner Brother characters, by the way. I don't know if you know that. It's all so it's like Wile E. Coyote and this Pepe the skunk and Sylvester the skunk and Tweety the skunk.
Love them
The
all.
classics.
Yeah.
So many skunks, right?
Yeah.
And Daffy the skunk.
Yeah.
Oh, and Bugs Skunky.
But skunky. Love him. That was my nickname in high school.
Oh, gross. Me too.
Okay, wow, what a coincidence.
Twins.
I know, twinning. Anyways, so you fascination with these Six Flags mascots.
Yeah, I went to this party and they're showing a reel of photos of them in the mascot costumes. And they know who's in every costume each time, even though they all look the same, and they're cheering for every single picture, like no matter who it is. And I'm like, this is like really weird. Like at the time I was like, this is bizarre. Like they're like super into this. And I didn't quite understand I mean, now, I get it. I guess, I don't know. But none of those people became furries. I was the only one. They were all like done with mascotting and they were just like, okay, that's enough. Like they all
And you're
quit
like, it's enough, keep going. Right.
they all quit Six Flags at the same time because there was a dolphin show and they protested the dolphin show because they didn't want dolphins to be exploited, which totally makes sense. And they all got fired or quit or something at the same time, and they were done with mascotting. And then I ended up searching furries on the internet and being like, oh, this looks pretty cringe. I don't know about this. And then the thing that actually got me to become furry was later. This story is so convoluted. Later, I was living with my girlfriend in college, and wait a second, this doesn't make sense. Hold on. I have to think about timelines of stuff.
Back to the flow chart.
Yeah.
Minority Report. Zooming through it.
Okay, I don't remember anything now, but like my girlfriend at some point, I don't remember what years this happened. My girlfriend was a admin on this was like early internet bullshit. She was on an admin on this website called Laundromatic, which there's no way exists now. It was like I don't know what it was, but she was on that thing all the damn time. She like dropped out of college and she was like on this thing all the fucking time, being an admin, and she was like taking it seriously. And then at some point she found this picture of these two people that had tattoos of their baby fur characters pissing themselves, right? So they got tattoos of this like on their arms. And
Incredible.
For some reason I saw it on Fur Affinity, I guess, which I don't think Fur Affinity existed when I was in college, so this has to be later. And I saw it on Fur Affinity, and I literally joined Fur Affinity to comment on this and say these tattoos were lame. like that's why I joined Fur Affinity, because I wanted to say that to those people. So whoever got those tattoos, thank you for enticing me to join Fur Affinity with your baby fur tattoos.
Just what a journey.
So I joined Fur Affinity as a joke and got my friend Kilmo to join also. And and we both joined Fur Affinity as a joke, and then we both got super into it. And I realized that I had been drawing furry characters the whole time, and I realized what a furry was because now I didn't really know, but it kind of clicked with me that furry was just a person that was a fan of anthropomorphic animals and kind of makes their own characters and has like a character that represents them. And I drew furry characters from when I was like 12 to like 100 years old. I'm predicting that's when I'll stop drawing furry characters at 100. And it all kind of clicked for me. So that's basically why I became a furry, because I joined Fur Affinity as a joke and it backfired.
That's incredible. And Kilmo became an aardvark?
Yeah. So I met Kilmo on LiveJournal. So because we had the same icon on LiveJournal of Count Duckula. That's the only reason I started talking to him.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah. And that's the whole basis of our friendship was that. And then we ended up talking on the phone and stuff. And we met up in New York. Like when he was looking at colleges, we met up in New York City. And so I've been friends with him before Furry, but we both joined Furry at the same time. As a joke.
It's a joke, you guys. It's a joke, okay?
It's just a joke.
It's still a joke.
Just the longest running bit.
Yeah. Listen, once I hit guest of honor, then that's when you know it really is a joke, okay? I'm not gonna drop it now, okay? So all of this happened. You knew you were into anthropomorphic animals. You knew you were even a furry. And for the sake of timeline, in 2017, you actually mentioned this. You said, quote, "Part of me is glad I found furry in my late 20s when I was already done with teen awkwardness. But part of me wishes I found it early."
Oh, yeah. Do you want me to elaborate on that? Or
if you want to. You don't have
okay.
to.
Let's see. So I definitely wish I had the energy that I had back then, the early 20s. Yeah. But I was such a mess as a teenager, and I was such a mess as a 20-year-old in college. I'm sure that I would have had a terrible furry experience back then. I feel like I think I would have ruined it, or I don't know. It's probably better that I started, and I probably would have had a really goth persona with like all kinds of piercings, and I guess that's not bad. That's not a bad thing, but
right.
Not that that's a bad thing to have a goth persona, but I think my persona would not have represented me anymore at this point, is what I'm saying. And maybe I would have felt stuck with it or obligated to keep it or something. I don't know. It's hard to change personas in your mid-30s. What a weird thing to say.
Well, thank God I'm 41. All right, I don't have to worry about that shit at all. They're just I attribute it to midlife crisis and I hit go.
Now you can change personas whenever you want. After 40, you can change every year.
But you have to unlock that. You have to hit 40. Oh, damn it. Okay, shit. All right. Well, you heard it here first, everyone. Breaking news. Okay, but before you change sonas, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I guess another thing is I was trying to write music back then, and I couldn't. I was so embarrassed about my music getting I would write music and I wouldn't play it for anyone, and I was totally embarrassed about playing it, and I had trouble putting songs together, and so I needed that I guess I needed that blob of life experience to actually write songs that I can play for people that I'm not embarrassed about. But I really wish I was. I don't know if the song. I don't know. Maybe I should have just had more confidence back then. That would have been good. Or maybe my songs were awful back then. I don't know, and I would have regretted them now. But it's I feel like I'm just I do everything kind of late, and then I just like the Sonic the Hedgehog Sega Genesis situation where I chose something I didn't want because I was embarrassed for liking it. I did that a lot in life, where I would choose things that I wasn't able to figure out that I should do things I like because that's what you do in life. I have been so used to doing things for other people and doing things my parents wanted that I could not conceptualize the idea of doing something I liked, and that was a kind of a theme of my life. So that's kind of why I went into furry really hard when I finally joined, because I was like, this is what I want. I'm gonna do it. Get a get a fucking fursuit right now. Like play music in it. Got it. Like bam.
Yeah, that's kind of how you think how we all feel a little bit too. It's like it's that thing where it's like again, yeah, I say this frequently on the podcast. So if you're your first time listening to it, welcome to the story again.
Yeah.
But RuPaul talks about with drag queens loves putting people in drag because it's not that people are putting on an identity; it's revealing who they really are. And I feel like that's with furry true. You put on all this carpet on top of you, and somehow you unlock your actual self, what you've really wanted to do and say and interact with this whole time. Which is why when you do it, you go full hard. I mean, listen, I was barely a fucking furry a year ago. I didn't actually. I haven't even come out for as furry publicly for a year. I haven't even hit a 1 year mark on that too. And here we are with this podcast and these shows and all the music and all this other stuff that I've been doing. It's just like you just can't not help but go, because it's like, I don't want to say it's wish fulfillment, but it is that thing where it's like you have broken through whatever society expectation or shackles there are, and you've given yourself permission to do those things that you've been wanting to do. And it's kind of great to feel.
Yeah.
I don't, yeah.
Yeah, and unfortunately, when I was younger, I didn't have the wherewithal to do that kind of thing.
Mm.
Did you have a great podcast voice, by the way?
Son.
Hello?
Did,
Yeah.
did he die?
Oh, dang it. My mic was on mute and I was accepting a wonderful compliment from you, but I'm also not a professional, as we learned with, like, despite the fact that I've done multiple podcasts before, on the episode we had with Nikki Tens, we started talking and somehow the record button didn't fully hit. So we had to go back after 8 minutes of talking and be like, "Oh, let's make sure we do that again." So that was a fun experience. But yeah. So if you don't mind my asking though, number one, if you want to start a podcast, first off, always down. Number two,
I thought about it. Yeah.
you have really?
Yeah. I just
What would it be?
I guess that's kind of the thing. I don't know. Like maybe that's why I haven't started. Just maybe talking about I don't know, me and King Gourd is my boyfriend, and we just watch, and my friend Coopertom was pretty close to me. We were thinking about having a podcast or something, just because we like talking.
I could see that.
Or like watching bad movies. Like we watch a lot of bad movies and we have a good time. So maybe it could be a podcast about bad cartoons. But I guess maybe that would be better as a visual thing.
You can do
like
it.
A riff track type deal.
Yeah. I mean, you're just literally describing me in punk right now, because like not only do we have the podcast, like every couple of weeks on his TikTok, we do Mist Furry Science Theater, where we just get on and just like make fun of like movies or YouTube videos based around a theme of like race cars or training or like other things like that. And so it's fun. I encourage you to do it. But it's like, again, it's that kind of thing where like you're already hanging out with these people anyway, so you film it, you throw some stuff up, great. Like the audience is only part of the battle. I mainly just do all this stuff because like it's just fun to do,
Right.
Yeah. So, but with that said, if you don't mind, how did you get to the character of Scurrow specifically? Was there a journey, or did it just like pop out of your head one day?
That was definitely a journey. All right, let me tell you how I got the name Scurrow, because this is always a surprise to everybody. So when I joined FA as a joke, I picked the name Scroat-yote. Like that was the name I came up with. So then after a while, I realized I wanted to go to a con, and I kind of was getting to know people. I didn't want to be known as Scroat-yote. So I just dissected the name Scroat-yote into Scurrow-yote. Scurrow-yote. So that's how I came up with Scurrow.
Goddamn incredible, truly.
Yeah. I told that story at MFF in the Meet the Guest of Honors thing, and everyone was pretty surprised. I realized that's pretty surprising because it just sounds like scurry and burrow together. It's a really good squirrel name, and it's got the same letter as squirrel,
Yeah.
So And my icon back then was like, I think I took a squirrel picture and photoshopped piercings on it. And but
That's good.
I had always had kind of an affinity towards squirrels. So, and I was kind of skittish and nervous. And my girlfriend described my parents as really squirrely because they're also anxious and nervous all the time. They're like neurotic. They're neurotic messes. I'm just going to say it on the podcast. If they listen to this, that's their fault.
I've been saying this the whole time, truth be told. That's amazing.
Oh, so let me see. The journey to Scurrow. So basically, I wasn't that great of an artist, and I was drawing squirrels with long snouts like wolves. And instead of improving and making myself look more like a squirrel, I just ran with that and was like, well, it's a squirrel. It's a squirrel wolf hybrid. And then I was gray at first and really generic looking. And then I added the jester hat because I had a thing for jester hats, I think, ever since I read the Cask of Amontillado
Hmm.
in middle school. Just the idea of this guy getting walled up in oh, in bricks with the jester hat on, and that last thing you hear is the jingle of the bells before this is Edgar Allan Poe. I don't know if people are familiar. Edgar Allan
Hmm.
Poe short story where this guy gets walled up. This guy, wait, where should I start with this?
They get him drunk first. I think
Yeah, yeah.
he's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Montresor, there's a guy named Montresor, and he gets this guy. He's drunk. I think he's drunk already. He gets Fortunato.
Yeah.
It's some kind of Mardi Gras thing going on, and he's dressed as a jester, and he entices him into a catacomb with the idea that there's a cask of Amontillado, which I guess is some really badass liquor down there. And he comes down there with Montresor. He thinks him and Montresor are friends, but Montresor is mad at him over some kind of thing that Fortunato doesn't even realize. Like he insulted his family or something. And he ties him up to this wall and bricks up the front of it. And at the last minute, he says, "For the love of God, Montresor." Right before the last brick goes in, he thinks Montresor's joking until the last brick, and Montresor just says, "Yes, for the love of God." And I think he shoves a whatchamacallit, the torch in there, right? Because
Hmm.
Fortunato stops answering him, and all he hears is the jingle of the bells of his jester hat, and then he walls him up, and no one ever finds Fortunato again. Like it's the wall is just forever there in the catacombs, and like that like weirded me out as a kid to the point where I started drawing jester hats on all my characters, and I was like I was into bondage since at that point too, so I guess stories of bondage gone wrong really affected me. So then that's why I added a jester hat. And also historically, jesters are the only ones that are allowed to make fun of the king
Say the
and get away with
truth.
it. Yeah.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I had like an affinity towards that. And then Scurrow is kind of a ripoff of another character that broke my brain, which was Wendell T. Wolf
Hmm.
from Tasmania. I remember watching an episode with Wendell T. Wolf, and I didn't even watch Tasmania ritualistically, but that character with his like Woody Allen type accent. He's from
Uh-huh.
He's from Woody Alleniania, and he has a Woody Allen accent. But
Hmm.
that character like broke my brain, and at the time I had to wait for it to come back on. Like it wasn't like I could go on the internet and watch Tasmania. I had to like wait till look at the TV guide and figure out when Tasmania is on, and then like wait for that episode to show up again, and like it was impossible. So I just started trying to draw it from memory, and that's kind of when I started drawing furry characters, I think. Like so Scurrow is kind of looks like Wendell T. Wolf from Tasmania and a mixture of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Incredible.
At some point he became blue, but I'm not really sure. I don't remember how that happened. Blue with the red nose.
Well, the red nose is kind of gestury, so I feel like that kind of is, in the realm, certainly, a little clown-like.
Yeah.
Uh, But the blue, that's different altogether. Also, to go back to that story, wasn't the whole crux that they met each other in school, like Montessori?
Wow.
What?
Wow. You
I'm so
really,
sorry.
you really reached for that one.
Listen, I need to do my stretches, okay? And that was a stretch. Uh, I mean, I love that story, but also like when you look into the band, which I think FWA 2024, when they uploaded the video of your performance, kept getting the name of the band wrong. I
Yeah.
ate too much pasta, I believe is what the original upload was
Yeah.
before they but like the music that you do in this band is extremely at times like it's absurdist, but also lyrically it's kind of nihilistic as well because there's you have raccoons that are grabbing the moon out of the sky and affecting the tides and changing the world, and there's like this slight hint of nihilism that kind of runs through it. Uh, you mentioned you had a band. I think it was even a punk band in high school, correct?
Yeah.
Were they nihilist, kind of a nihilistic worldview too, or would you even agree that any of your music has any sense of nihilism to it?
No, that the band in high school was just a rip off of the Misfits.
Hell yeah.
And so everything was just about horror movies and death.
Hmm.
And then I didn't really have, and then I had another band after that, after high school, that I didn't really write a lot of lyrics to because, again, to, I was kind of embarrassed to put my music out there, even in front of like band members. So I only wrote like maybe 3 or 4 songs.
Hmm.
But probably, I feel like the lead singer of that band had a very similar music style to me. I could tell you what the band's, well, I could tell you what they're called. Not that you can ever find anything from them. Well,
Hmm.
the, should I say what they're called? I don't even know. The high
Listen,
school
if you say it and
band.
you want to change it afterwards, we can cut it out. So it's that's up to you.
The band in high school was called Jerk Chicken, and we just were sounded like a Misfits ripoff, but we were not good. And then we
Name a high
played
school band that was. I mean,
uh,
truly.
the well, okay, my first band before that was called Punster, and we played one show, and then the lead singer got I wrote songs for that because I was the only one. I like kind of sucked at guitar, but I seemed to be the only one that owned a guitar.
Uh-huh.
That was a mess. It was just like we had to borrow instruments from people, and then the lead singer had like a panic attack and she never wanted to sing again, so we never ended up playing another show. But she was also really good at drums for no reason. Like she just started playing drums and it was like perfect. It was a lot of weird
Incredible.
stuff. That took so much damn effort. I don't know how I decided to do that past that band. But I wrote songs then, but they were like really stupid. Like one of them was just called "Time for Another Haircut, Debbie," and like I wrote, I don't know. They were bullshit songs, Like there was
Yeah.
nothing. They were fun, I guess. Fun high school songs. What do you write about in high school? Like the homework is too much. The bus smells like Sally's hair is bugging me out. Like, what do you write?
Well, I guess then that leads to the point of at what point were you as furry decided that I want to have a music project? Like at what point did you get that confidence to be like, no, this has to be its own unique thing?
Hmm. Well, I played a furry con with my previous band, which was called Calamity Menagerie at at FA United 3 or 4 or something. But nobody watched us, and they didn't know how to mic bands at that point. Like they, so we sounded terrible. I'm pretty sure, and there wasn't a lot of musicians back then too. Like I think there was like Matthew Ebel was a musician that could
Yeah.
play, and he only had. I'm pretty sure it was just him and his keyboard. So he was playing. I think he played that con also, and there was like there was no musicians back then, and then we ruined music for like a little bit because I remember Pepper Coyote the next year tried to get a show. This was when Pepper first started making music in the furry fandom, and then he couldn't get one because we were so bad that they were like, we don't want any more bands. So then he had to do a panel called How to Write Music, and it was like just basically his band playing, but he made it seem like they I guess they just talked about how they wrote every song. I was there. I should remember, but the he just talked about how he wrote every song, and then he revived furry music for a little. What was
There
the
was
question
also,
again?
I'm gonna say
Sorry, go
the other
ahead.
band. There was also Furry Punk Rock Massacre, which was Twitch, J Tiger Claw, and a few others. I forgot who else was in that band that I think played 2 years.
Yeah.
Um, there's them, and I think they had a band come from. They weren't even a furry band, but they had some band come and play a one con, and I don't know. I think
Oh,
they had a girl in the band. I can't think of their name now. I think it was at FAU.
the was it like Zsa Zsa Gabortion or something like that?
Something like
My
that. They were like,
God.
I don't know, but they were cool, and I remember like everyone was sitting down, they were playing, and no one was standing up to the point where it was like me and like three other people. We got up and started running around, getting people out of their seats, do like a mosh pit
Yeah.
and start dancing because they were like 2 songs in and no one was getting up. They were just sitting there like, and they weren't bad. But I remember that. That was in that era of very limited music in the fandom.
Yeah. I think that was the year before I even went to FA United because
Yeah, I don't
I
know
don't
if,
remember that at all.
yeah, I don't know if it was FAU or Fur Fright. It was one of those cons that are no longer around.
Yeah. So I think the thing that got me into making furry music was I went to this like insane, this is going to sound really stupid. I just I went to this insane seminar that was like 3 days long, like 12 hours a day. It was a whole weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it was like basically this super intense like session of breaking down boundaries that you have and like questioning why you're afraid to do stuff. Like it was that kind of thing. And I was
Mhm.
a mess after this. Like I was like I was like I was at this thing and I'm like, how is this gonna work? Like what is it? Like it was like I was skeptical, but I was also like, I want to go to this because my friend had gone to it and she was like really into it. So I was like, let
Mhm.
me go to this fucking thing. And it actually worked. I was a fucking disaster during this thing. And by the end of it, I felt really good. Like, like, so I think that stupid thing helped me like get okay with playing my music for people.
Mhm.
And that's kind of when that was like around 2015. That was when I kind of started playing my songs for people and going to local open mics in the raccoon costume. And
Mhm.
I got a really good reception at the open mics. Like people were laughing the people were laughing like the whole time. So they might have just been laughing at me in the raccoon costume,
Mhm.
but that was good. That was good. Like that made me feel pretty good.
Good. So at that point, and also for the record, we're recording this in late 2026, so we're coming up on 1 year, or sorry, 10 years since your debut album, as I Made Too Much Pasta, Swear I Saw Your Mouth Move, came out.
Yeah.
Uh, how does how does that feel when you look back on that? The creation of your the two full length albums you have as of this recording. How does that when you look back at it, how do you feel about it?
I'm very happy that it happened, basically.
Hmm.
And I'm very thankful for the people that helped me do it because I'm having a lot of trouble making a third one because I don't
Uh-huh.
like recording really eludes me and I've been having a lot of trouble with it. so that's why I don't have a third one yet. But I have enough songs. So, and then I didn't know what I was doing back then, and luckily people took over and made it sound good. I'm really thankful. Like for example, Pepper came to my house when I lived in this disgusting mansion. He
Hmm.
even got, it was like we were renting this mansion that was falling apart, and the stipulation was it was like cheap rent, but their landlords refused to fix anything. So we were like, yes, like let's live in this mansion. And that's where I took a lot of cursed photos, in this
Hmm.
mansion. And then Pepper came there and recorded, like he just brought microphones and stuff and recorded me singing, and he programmed drums, and I played guitar and recorded everything. And then Bob Drake I sent the stuff to Bob Drake because I was like, don't we need to master this? And Pepper was kind of like, I don't know. You don't need to master it. And I was like, what? I'm like, what even is mastering? I know you need to do this, but I don't really know what it is. And mixing, I know that's a thing too, but I don't know how this works. And then Bob Drake, who's been playing music and mastering and mixing for like 100 years, was like, I will master. He's like, I will master and mix this for you. And I was like, so that's like, that was a huge deal because I didn't know what I was doing. So I'm really lucky that Bob Drake did that, and he added a bunch of stuff. And then with the second album, like Will Toledo, I he saw me play at Anthem, New England, and he wanted to make the second album. And that was a completely different process. He
Hmm.
made midis of every song,
Oh, damn.
which
And
is,
this was all during COVID when you recorded this one, right?
yeah. So this was
Yeah.
like 2020. So he made midis of every single song, which I didn't even know what a midi was either.
Hmm.
And like the recording process is just different for everybody, and it's like baffling me because there's so many options. Like, and also my it's like I was kind of used to having a band that knew how to play all the parts, and then they go in and record each part. And like I didn't have that because it was just me kind of. So
Hmm.
Will made midis of everything, and just to map out all the songs basically, which is kind of cool because there's like some of my songs with Will singing, which is weird.
Hmm.
Like I have that on my computer.
Right. And this is also an album that came out actually on vinyl too, which I know as a music guy has got to be a wonderful and beautiful and surreal experience to actually have like that physical totem like in your possession.
Yeah, I have. I, I don't. I'm like, I have mixed feelings. I have mixed feelings about it. I like it. Like, I like that it's on vinyl, but I'm like worried about the future. Like, it's like, are these gonna be like clogging up like thrift stores in like 20 years? Like, I don't know. We need to make biodegradable vinyl at some point so that I don't have to worry about this. Like, we could throw it in the forest and like it could just melt into the ground. I feel bad putting
Isn't
all this plastic on the earth, and but it is really cool. That was all needle juice though. Like they just like
went
uh,
ham.
the
Yeah.
needle juice put it to, like made vinyl of the album, and then like I just it's easy because I can just tap into them for vinyls if I need them.
Exactly. Well, and also I think Billie Eilish, I think on her last release, she went with full biodegradable vinyl. She found a way to do it. And of course,
Oh,
obviously,
really?
oh yeah. And I think, for that's great. It's awesome. I think it is expensive to do so. So it's just very
Sure.
clearly you just need to have a Billie Eilish level hit and then you're set. You the problem solved.
Yeah, that's good to know. I also found a place that recycles CDs, right?
Uh-huh.
s- which I have a box I'm gonna send them, but not of my CDs, but like,
Okay.
just
Of
CDs.
other people see, I don't like this one or this one, so you can go ahead and destroy those. How about that?
Yeah. But I do really like this is one thing that and let me think about this. It's one thing that I've always wanted to do is make album like art and physical
Hmm.
media. And like I used to, okay, so I went through my parents' attic recently and I found
Uh-huh.
notebooks full of album covers that I drew with like fake songs on the other side. Like I used to do this all the time. I forgot about this. So now,
Mhm.
then my other bands didn't really have any albums, physical albums. Like the band before this, Calamity Menagerie, kind of, we never really recorded all that much. And we had like we recorded a little bit and we never made physical albums because it was like at the time when MP3s were kind of coming out and the lead
Mhm.
the lead singer was kind of like physical albums are dead. We need to just embrace MP3s, and I was like really bummed about that because I always wanted to design album covers. So this is really cool that I can do this now, but then
Yeah.
I have to actually record.
What's the one downside? That's the tough part about being a
Yeah.
musician is actually going through that part of the process. Yeah. Well, but you have the songs too. That's the thing. You have such a distinct and unique worldview, and I kind of low key equate it. I think a lot of people will probably, when referencing your music, will refer to, They Might Be Giants. I think is an early, reference point. But at the same time, I think that when I hear some of your music, I kind of think about how David Byrne was talking about his output during Talking Heads, which is that he doesn't really write a lot of love songs either. And I think he likes being a little bit obscure. And I think, as he said about Stop Making Sense, the closest I ever came to a love song was when I was singing into a lamp, which was, of course, Naive Song, This Must Be the Place. Is that
Yeah.
kind of is that kind of your worldview on it too? Like you want to avoid kind of the easy emotions for something a little bit more, uh, you know,
Yeah.
non-traditional, I'll say, or yeah.
I like to write about small things. Love is kind of a big
Hmm.
thing.
Hmm.
I did write a
Yeah,
song about
yeah.
love once.
Uh-huh.
In this video, I sing it into a lamp. I have this I have this interview like memorized.
Oh, okay. I'm
Um,
so glad. I am so glad you know this. This makes me so happy. Okay, cool. Uh,
uh, yeah, there's enough love songs. Like I don't know. Like I'd
mhm.
rather write about a raccoon eating trash or something. And I think people sometimes it's weird because sometimes people think it's a comedy album because you're not writing about love, and then
Mhm.
it's then and at the same time they're like this isn't funny. But there's like reviews of my albums where it's like this is a comedy album. And then like later it's like there's nothing funny on here. And I'm like, well, how do you know it's a comedy album then?
I'm good point. Good point. I mean, where's the jokes? Find me the jokes. It's very simple. Um,
I, I think it helps if you look at the world like an alien, which is kind of how I see the world, I think. Like
mhm.
I think everything's pretty weird. And if I were to write, I did kind of write a love song. It's about a werewolf,
Mhm.
eating a raccoon, which is me. I'm the raccoon,
Mhm.
and it's a good time. I
As,
also
as it
really like
usually is.
I like when David Byrne says the thing about the guy asks him, "You're not a very good singer, but you're the lead singer. Why is that?" And he says, the better the singer is, the harder it is to believe what they're saying."
You know, you
Yeah.
know, you
Yeah.
know,
I
kind of
was like,
on
yeah,
something with
that's
that
true.
one. I'm like, well, first off, to anyone listening, please do check out his music. It is unique and distinct and accordion based and lively and just delightful and it will stick with you absolutely. He doesn't do a lot of repeated choruses, and I very much appreciate that. I also know how hard that is to pull off, truly. Uh, you recently, and we don't have to go into this at all if it's not even remotely related to furry, but we could say, I think it was at the most recent con you said, "Sorry if I'm being blunt and rude to anyone at this con. I had a weird year. I got to recalibrate my brain."
Oh
As
yeah.
we record this right now, is everything good? Are you okay? Is furry bringing you everything you hoped it would be at this point?
Oh, I think I got okay. I have a gluten problem, ironically, because
Okay.
my band is called I've
Okay.
Made Too
Uh-huh.
Much Pasta. And like I think I got gluten. I'm pretty sure I got glutened at Anthrocon, which I'm really careful about not eating gluten. I
Hmm.
mean, I don't eat it at all, but before cons, I will go into like I will eat healthy. I will not eat I will like avoid sugars. I'll avoid all dairy. like go vegan basically, like to get into top shape for this con. And gluten, I would
Hmm.
definitely avoid. But I definitely got gluten at Anthrocon, I'm pretty sure, and that kind of fucks up my mood. So
Hmm.
I think that's what that was.
Okay.
I told I was like saying stuff to people, and then they were like getting upset, and I was like, I don't like I didn't I was like, I'm just saying I didn't mean to actually upset you. But also, yeah, I've had some weird band member issues this year, and I had to like there's been a lot of people I've had to kind of reevaluate my friendships and who I um put effort into and how tolerant I'm going to be, because usually I like to accept people for how they are. Like like I accept a lot of people for how they are and kind of move around that. And I might have went too hard this year for that. So I had like that's what I mean by that.
Yeah. No, and again, we don't have to go into details beyond that, but I absolutely understand. And also, again, I think as we've talked about multiple times, but especially with this fandom, people are, they're putting on the mask and somehow being their authentic self. And also sometimes that authentic self can be, in your face. It can be aggressive. It can be, just all it will enhance your good aspects and maybe even some of your needier ones and all sorts of things in between. So you always
Yeah.
have to kind of meet people where they're at to a degree, but also especially being in this fandom, especially given how parasocial some people can be in this fandom, you also have to be unafraid to put up boundaries. And that's difficult to do because it feels like you're pushing someone away or sometimes maybe even hurting someone. But, oxygen masks, you got to take care of yourself self first before you can take care of others.
Yeah, or if you have memories of this person being great and you can't, it's like you have memories of positive experiences with the person, but they're no longer happening.
Hmm.
Something like that. This I'm talking about my lawyer and my accountant. I had to fire both of them.
Hmm.
That's a
For good
joke.
reason. Okay.
I don't have a lawyer or an accountant. My
You kidding me?
financial
I'm a
Buy
advisor.
more.
furry. Yeah, exactly. Right, exactly. History proves itself. You fired them, you don't have them. It's done. It's over.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
exactly.
Yeah.
simple.
So I'm in the market for a new financial advisor and a new what is that? Just say lawyer.
What do they call briefcase boys? You know
Yeah,
them.
yeah,
Abogado.
yeah. Bonus if they're the same person.
Yeah, that
Bonus
would
So a
if
be
they're the same
very
lawyer and a
convenient.
species.
finance. Yeah,
Right. Yeah. That's the key thing.
Plus life
Um,
coach. And they have to be hot, attractive.
mhm.
yeah.
And
And
athlete coach, all of it. Yeah.
and if
Just everything.
they play drums
Yeah.
or bass, that would be great too.
Yeah. Oh, you can juggle and you can cook? Just date me already. I'll put you on retainer. It's
Who
fine.
are you?
Remember to dial the I'm definitely not a Poppy Fur hotline. That's 555 dash pop fur. One of our operators will set you up. It'll be great.
Uh,
Uh, I don't
Five
care if that's
five
enough
five.
digits. 555. Listen, just
just
like in
five
the
five five
movies.
five
Yeah,
five
like
five five
555.
two.
Oh, damn it. Remember, for us common folk, it's 911. For us rich people, it's 912. So
Ah,
that's the secret. Before this was an incredible discussion, and I have a lot of things ready for the after hours episode. I have one final question on my end before we dive into the final gauntlet of rapid fire Q&A. And
Okay.
I'm sure Punk might have one or two as well. But when Blue Sky started allowing multiple photos, you started posting in droves, just like dumps of 10 photos at a time. You're just like, here's some of my favorites. And one of
Yeah.
the first ones I saw was of you tied down spread eagle to a bed. And you had previously said that seeing BDSM porn genuinely made you a lot less afraid and validated your feelings that you had as a kid. My
Yeah.
question to you is, was there any difficulty or pushback in combining that with furry? Or no?
Um, was there any difficulty or pushback combined? What do you mean? Like,
Like, it's just,
And
I don't, for like all the people that we've spoken to on our podcast before, I haven't really seen, photos of them, tied up shibari style in a, aerial hog tie or something like that. Like, it's just something that I just don't typically see on my end. And you were so open and public about it that I was just wondering if, number one, basically, what made you want to combine it with furry? And number two, just if there was any pushback that you ever had from it, or if people were just kind of accepting it as like, yep, cool, got it, kind of thing.
oh yeah, no, I haven't really had any pushback. It just also just goes with my just me, I've been into I've kind of this is going to sound weird. I've been into bondage since I was like 4. So I've always felt so much guilt over it even as a kid. I was like, well, I like
Hmm.
this, but I don't know why. And it happened all the time in movies and cartoons. And so I at this point I just want to be like open about it and be like, this is a thing I like and it's okay, because that probably, if that had happened, that would have helped me. I mean, that did help me as a kid, like,
Hmm.
because I did see some positive aspects of bondage that did work out, did actually validate me, and was like, oh, this is the thing that are other people are into, and there's names for all this stuff, and like, and then getting the internet as a kid, like I couldn't get into any when I say kid, but I was like 16. So I totally looked it up as a kid, as a teenager, because I was like, who do I talk to about this? Like, I don't know what
Hmm.
fuck, like I can't ask anybody. Like, and I can't ask my parents. Like, and then like looking it up, I found the name for it, BDSM, and I found like pictures. I couldn't get into any adult sites, obviously. There was a lot of like, so I didn't see a lot, but like it put a name to it, and I realized I wasn't alone. So now, and then when I started getting into furry, I was looking for bondage art, and there wasn't a lot. And now there is so much, which I'm really happy about. So I wanted to just be honest about it. And also, like, on its own, like, it's, I haven't posted any like rated R, rated X pictures. So it's
Hmm.
like, on its own, it's just kind of like Shibari, especially, like it's like artistic looking, and it's cool. It's like you're seeing this mascot character. I think it looks cool seeing a mascot character in tied up in ropes. Like it's like two works of art on top of each other.
Hmm.
It's like fursuiting
Yeah,
him.
that's awesome.
And I think it just goes with the character too. Like it's like this
Hmm.
obnoxious clown character, and he just gets like, he's cartoony. Cartoons love Cartoons are naturally masochistic and sadistic, and he just gets, he all these things happen to him. He gets tied up, he gets slapped around, like it all kind of works, I think. So I know I haven't had any pushback, I don't think, or at least I forgot if I did have any. I've been on
Yeah.
the internet for like so long, I can't remember. People send me, people are like, this sucks, your bondage pictures suck. I'm like, oh, I'm like, who are you? You don't even have an icon. Like, who are you?
Yeah,
Or like, I'll be
exactly.
like, thanks. I have
And
plenty more where that came from. I don't know. When you become a furry in 10 years, like, let me know. I don't know. Basically, like, why are
Just
you
hand
looking
over
at
the
my bondage
binders.
pictures?
right. Looking up bondage pictures and feeling so taken enough to leave a comment on it. True engagement
Yeah.
on there. But I guess when it
Yeah.
comes to building up a public bondage sona, I guess Scurrow, we could say that you built this up brick by brick.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's listen. There's a lot more to get to in the after hours. I have the rapid fire round. Before anything else, Punk, did you have anything else that you wanted to ask our wonderful friend Scurrow?
I was gonna say I remember you doing when you were talking about music and performing in front of people. I do remember you used to do live streams as Scurrow when you used to play acoustic sets. I Do you still do those or
Yeah, yeah. I do them
okay?
on Twitch. I was doing them on Picardo for a while, but I haven't. but then I started doing them on Twitch instead. Basically because Twitch is, I think, I don't know why I switched to Twitch. I think it's because I was like, I can make money on Twitch, but I haven't really made that much money. But I don't think you can make money on Picardo. Is Picardo even still exist? Picardo.
Oh,
I
I
don't
have
think
no
so.
idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember Tiny Chat was a thing too at one point. Uh,
Right.
that was kind of like a streaming thing, but no one uses it.
I think
MySpace.
more people watch me on Twitch too. But
Yeah.
now I can stream. There's a bunch of stuff I can stream on Bandcamp. I haven't tried that yet.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I still do that. I just don't do it.
Oh, okay.
Well, I will stream pretty heavy before a show to practice basically, and then
Mm.
since Anthrocon, I don't have like a steady stream. I found that if I do like a stream every week, people kind of get burnt out and stop watching me. So I'll get less and less
Engagement, quote
yeah.
unquote.
like,
Yeah.
because I'll just play the same songs over and over again. And also I will do the same. I will stream for like 2 hours. Like I'll be like, I'm gonna only stream for an hour, but then I'll get hyper focused or whatever you call it, and I'll just stream for like 2.5 hours. So I'll do these really long streams and burn everyone out, which is unfortunate because Twitch wants you to stream like every week, and have a schedule, and that's probably how you gain followers and and get money. But I don't know if I can do that playing music because, like I said, people will get tired of it. Like during the pandemic, I streamed twice a week for like months, and I feel like I got like my watch count went down slowly till eventually there was only a dead rat watching me and like a house plant.
But they did subscribe for a month though at tier 1, so we gotta give them credit where it's due.
The dead rat rigor mortis kicked in and it hit the subscribe button.
It hit subscribe. Exactly.
A bunch of leaves fell off the plant.
Exactly.
Yeah.
People keep talking about dead internet and how it's all gonna be AI chatbots over there. It could be a dead rat, for that point too. I'm just putting that out there. I'm positive.
Dead rat internet, yeah.
Yeah,
Dead
I like it better than our current iteration.
That sounds
right,
like a band album, Dead Rat Internet.
Dead Rat
Yeah,
Internet.
I'm writing that down.
All right, he's writing it. Listen, did we influence the new album? I can't say. It's a great name. The worst part about it is that I already am mainly thinking about what will be on the cover because I don't know what it is. It's just going to be great.
I can picture it already.
I think the new album is going to be called Songs to Howl To. And I have an idea of the album cover, but I want to ask someone to draw it for me, and I'm too nervous to ask them because I'm afraid they'll say no. So I haven't asked them yet. But I think I got that part down.
Okay. You got the not asking them part down, or you got the almost about to ask them part down?
I got the not asking them part down. Yes, I'm not going to ask them. I'm hoping they just draw it.
And gift it to you. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's a cartoon, so wouldn't that be toon lepathy?
Oh my god.
And then he'll lose an arm. It's toon leprosy. Sorry.
What is it?
Anyway,
what was the last
final round. Scurrow, thank you so much for being here. As always, I'd like to end with a rapid fire series of questions. Are you ready to go, sir?
Let me do some warm-ups real quick.
Oh, God.
Meow, 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 meow. Woof.
Coopertom.
Boo. Boo. Bow, 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 bow. Boo, 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 boo. Yes, no, yes, no, maybe. I don't know.
Every fucking time.
3, 17, 36, 3.14. Okay.
Mike.
I got this.
Hike. All right. So, all right. In that case, Scurrow, special guest Scurrow. I've made too much pasta, the band. Number 1, Paws or Maws?
Paws or Maws. P-A-U-S-E or P-A-W-S? Which one are you asking?
P-A-W-S.
Okay. I like maws because I like teeth and I like snouts, and I think that's part of the maw, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Teeth, lips, uvula, and mouth, or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Like uvulas, tonsils.
That's how that goes.
I love tonsils.
Exactly.
The underside of the tongue, the frenum, you know, the I like the back tooth that has fallen apart. Tunes,
Needs a
tunes always
crown.
have, yeah, the tunes with the nails in their teeth,
Yeah.
Mhm.
the gold tooth. A sucker for that gold tooth.
What's the best REM song?
Mm, that's a hard one.
Mhm.
I'm very partial to Life and How to Live It, which is
Oh,
from,
is
let's see.
was that the
Yeah.
debut? Was that off Murmur? No.
No, the it's from the album Fables of the Reconstruction.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah, good. Okay, cool, cool, cool,
But
cool.
I do like Murmur a lot, and I like Laughing from that one. It's probably my
Hmm.
favorite right now.
I can go back to Murmur any day of the week. It
Yeah,
is.
I
They're a
think
great band, but
my
go
favorite.
ahead.
I'm really into REM, so I can talk about REM all day. But I also my favorite song really changes constantly, and well, I think consistently Life and How to Live It, just like everything I like about REM mixed into one song. And what a good
Oh,
song title, Life and How to Live It. Like,
yeah, that's great. Do you have a favorite group from the Riot Girl movement?
hmm, the Riot Girl movement. I'm gonna uh let me think about this. I'm sure I do, but
I love how
I'm
it's the
taking it
rapid fire
back.
round and we're taking our time very carefully. I know you
Yeah,
don't
I'm
want
really bad
to.
at this. Girl band. I'm gonna look up Riot Girl bands and look through the list and see which one I like the best.
Like Bikini Kill and like you could argue
Uh,
La Tigra,
the
Slater
late
Kinney.
the lead singer of Bratmobile had a band called had a well. All right, you want it from the movement though. AI's in. I want to know every single one, every single Riot Girl. I want a list of every single Riot Girl band, every Riot Girl band ever. That's what I'm gonna write on the internet
Okay.
right now. List of
Okay, I
Riot
hope you
Girl
didn't have
bands
plans after
wiki.
this.
Oh, okay. Erase Errata is probably one of my favorites. But I don't know if, yeah. What year is that from, though? That's not like
I haven't heard of
you're
that,
talking
if I'm
about.
being so real. Yeah.
That's coming up on the list. So
Okay.
I'm really into that band, Erase Errata. They're on the label Kill Rock Stars, which I should
Oh yeah.
probably send my album to because what else kills rock stars more than a gay raccoon playing music? This is not a good list. What is this? Um, party.
Okay.
Okay, and there was a band. The Bratmobile had a side project called Party Line, which I had the CD of. I saw them live, and I was really into that CD. I don't have it anymore. Sleater Kinney's pretty good too. Okay, I'm glad Screaming Females is on this list because they were
Oh
a
yeah, I
local.
forgot about them.
They're a
Sorry.
local. You know them?
Yeah,
They're
I have them on
from.
Spotify.
Yeah, they were from New Brunswick, and I went to before I was a furry. I went to like all their shows. They played in basements in New Brunswick. There's like people had shows in their basements in the town of New Brunswick. It's like they're known for basement shows. Uh, so people would rent these houses in New Brunswick and like throw shows in the basement. That's what I'm
Funny
saying.
thing is, my first show with my band was a basement show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, back
Not
in
New Brunswick
Staten
though, right?
Island. No, it was in
Oh,
Staten
okay.
Island.
Ah, so Screaming Females, I was super into them. I mean, I still am. They're still good, but they broke up. But I would
Wait,
probably
did
say
they?
Yeah, they did.
Oh no, I didn't know.
They and I
Well, they
was
were
like
screaming
kind of
about it.
friends with all of them, I guess. I don't know. So I would say Screaming Females,
Okay.
if that counts as Riot Girl, even though there's only one girl in the band. Uh,
Well,
I don't know.
well,
These are complicated
listener,
questions.
what do you think? Leave us a comment either on the YouTube video or whatnot below. We will pull this later.
I wouldn't say
Approximately.
they're the Riot Girl movement though. They're just what's the movement? Is that like the early Riot Girl bands? Are you talking about? Like
Yeah, like 80s, early 90s, yeah.
yeah, they were like a 2000s one. I think there was a Bikini Kill song in Hoppers, which I was very surprised about.
I heard
It's,
about that. Yeah. I've not
yeah,
seen that yet. Good.
it's pretty good.
Approximately how many dice do you own?
Oh, hold on. I'll count them all. Stay
Oh
right
my
there.
God.
I think
And
probably
for
like 77 dice, something like that.
okay. Good. That's good. That's good. As of this taping, do you self-identify still as a Seattle Seahawks fan?
No, I don't give a shit about the Seattle Seahawks. I just like the logo as a, and I like the mascot too. What a
Hmm.
good mascot.
Yeah.
Yeah, did I mention, is that from me having a Seattle Seahawks jacket as a kid?
Yes.
That thing, yeah.
And you
Yeah, I
kept
didn't.
wearing it, and people keep saying they suck. And you're like, I don't care. I like the logo. Yes.
Yeah, I was really into logos. I was super maybe autistic about logos, like sports team logos as a kid.
Hmm.
I collected all these. I found all these in my parents' attic, actually. I had a collection of tiny baseball helmets and football helmets, which I coveted, but then I threw them in the attic.
Hmm.
But I found
Where
them
all good
all.
things go.
Yeah, I got them out of the attic. Now they're in a jar, just like the dice.
And you do not have 77 of them, last we checked, but you never know. You never know. We can check. Uh, Speaking of, do you still have any checks left from your furry porn checkbook?
No, I used them
Okay.
all up.
Well-
I d-
I-
I have checks from different art now. It's not porn, no.
okay. Alas. Uh, what what is the best They Might Be Giants album?
Oh man. Uh I haven't been keeping up with their new stuff, but like
Same.
uh it probably man, I don't know. Like Flood really changed my life.
Hmm.
And I don't want to be cliche, but like
It, it,
I
it
had
could,
Flood memorized,
yeah. It's
but
iconic for a reason.
I really like Apollo 18 a lot too. So,
Mm. Now that
and
is a choice. Okay. Nice. What is the most people in fursuit that you've had in your house at a single time?
hmm, probably 20. Hmm. I don't know. That's a rough one too, because I've had these crazy parties at the mansion. When I lived in the mansion, we
Uh-huh.
had a pretty substantial parties, but I don't know how many people were in fursuit at the same time.
Mm.
Maybe like 15 to 20.
Still pretty good. Still pretty
Yeah.
good. I think you're technically a local con at that point. Yeah.
Dealer's den. It's in the bathroom. One person drawing artist alley.
Lewd art
Yeah.
on the back of a
Bathroom.
back of toilet paper. Right, exactly. But their prices, they're so good.
You still had to wait
Okay.
in line too, which
That's
is
true. Yes,
awful. Yeah,
there's still line con, but it is for the bathroom, ironically, so it works out.
yeah.
Uh, all right, and last but not least, now that you've gone through the gauntlet, Scurrow, if you had to pick a guest for this podcast, who would you recommend?
Me again. No,
Oh, okay.
I don't. No, I was just kidding.
Well, we are going to do the after hours right after this, so I guess technically it counts. Uh,
Let, I got. Let's me think. You want? What do you like? Fursuiters or
We're
let
up
me
for
think.
anyone really.
yeah,
Musical
All walks of
people.
life.
Let's see.
it could be that dead rep that's subscribed to you. Whoever you think is most compelling, I think we can make it.
I'm gonna look up a list of fursuiters really
Oh,
quick on the
God
internet.
damn it!
Go through
God
all of
damn it!
them.
All right.
There's
All right.
okay. Well, maybe not.
Oh, they were
No, because
canceled.
I was there's a
Oh.
there's a there's a guy there's a whatchamacallit the there's another there's a fursuiter in Japan who sings music named Toton but I don't know if he would want to get interviewed. So I don't know about that. Well, now you have to cut that out because then it'd be weird if you don't actually let me hold on. Let me call my lawyer and see
Okay.
who
Your
I should
new
write.
lawyer?
Well, listen, if people wanted to find you online, Scurrow, how could they find you?
They can't.
Okay.
I just deleted everything off the internet while I was
Well,
while
Oh, you
doing
pulled
this.
a Bo Burnham and just deleted
yes.
everything.
I see.
Yeah. If they wanted to find me, well, they could go to I've made too much pasta.bandcamp.com
Mm-hmm.
and they could go to that's it. I'm still trying to think of a first someone I think should be on the podcast. I'll have to think about that and get back to you, and we'll have to pipe in me saying, like, all right, I'll do this. I'll be like, a person I think you should do in the do interview in this podcast is, and then like space right
Or
there,
robot
right?
voice.
Then I'll
Yes,
call
exactly.
back.
Insert.
I'll call back and just say the name of the person.
This
like,
is good. No.
In the morning, I'll be like, I got the person. Like, I'll have like morning voice. I'll be like, I gotta figure out the person. Barry the skunk. You should talk.
Oh, we love
So-
Barry. We
so
love
then-
Barry up in here.
Oh, love Barry.
So then you could just pipe in. You just edit the person I said as if I said it live, and be like, I think you should interview Barry the skunk. Like,
I'm definitely going to do that. Just as how I know that we are definitely not Popufurs. And I will say, number one, Scurrow, truly thank you for being here. I can't wait to hear you ramble endlessly during our After Hours episode. It's going to be fantastic. And
yeah.
also,
wait, you can message me on. Wait, I forgot to tell you how to find me. What should I tell you everything?
you did though. You said
I'm on
Bandcamp.
Twitch. Oh well,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
on Twitch at Scurrow Coyote, and also I'm on like Blue Sky as Scurrow.bluesky.social, and also I'm on Fur Affinity as Scurrow. You can just message me anywhere, really. You can find me. Come on, this is my
Not that hard to
address.
find.
I live
Yeah.
on burnt skunk asshole drive 26 burnt asshole skunk drive middling titties New Jersey.
you know at the high school there is really good. I love the fighting titties. They're such a good team and mascot.
The Braziers, yeah, they're great.
Exactly. I'm shutting it down. Thank you everyone for listening. Please like this podcast and stuff if you like. We'll have more about this soon. And remember, you don't have to be a Popufur as long as you just enjoy being furry. It's all that matters. So we'll talk to you soon, everybody. Thank you. Goodbye.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Bye.